If you had the time of your life watching the original Dirty Dancing, you're going to flip, twirl, and leap for this news. A reimagined version of the classic love story is coming to television. Here's ABC's Abby Boudreau.
It's the iconic music and those unforgettable lines.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Made the world fall in love with Dirty Dancing. Now, 30 years later, Baby and Johnny are back.
What's your name?
Baby. But he's not Patrick Swayze, and she's not Jennifer Grey.
I think for most people who I've at least talked to about it who are skeptical, one being one of my best friends, Celine.
Friends are like openly skeptical.
She was like, if you mess this up, I will kill you. And I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm. You played Baby. It's an iconic role. Were you at all intimidated by that?
Yeah, to say the least.
Nobody puts baby in a corner. Come on.
Abigail Breslin is Baby, and Colt Prattes is Johnny, leading the star-studded cast of ABC's remake of the 1987 classic.
My mom was a huge fan of the original. It's like her favorite movie, and she used to say, like, if only you could play Baby one day. When I got the call, I called my mom, and she was just like crying.
A new generation of fans about to experience the timeless tale all over again.
They don't know who Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze are because they're young, they're babies. They're not running around watching classic movies yet.
The remake staying true to the original storyline. Set in the 1960s about a young woman, Baby, a feminist, finding summer love for the first time with her bad boy dance instructor, Johnny Castle, played by the late Patrick Swayze. A role that turned him into a sex symbol, and one he told Barbara Walters he almost turned down.
So why'd you do it?
I felt something for Johnny, a guy from the streets.
Johnny Castle, yeah.
Yeah, a guy from the streets that is fighting to like himself, to believe in himself, to believe he could be something more than what society will allow him to or what mommy and daddy taught him he could be.
But it was the chemistry between Swayze and co-star Jennifer Grey that even they couldn't deny.
We had our screen test on the same day, and we just did it, and it felt right. You know, you could tell, like 2 minutes into the screen test, that it was going to work, so.
And it worked so well that even 30 years later, Baby and Johnny's love story lives on.
I want to talk about Baby as a feminist. And is that part of the reason maybe that you were interested in this character?
Even though she really is infatuated with Johnny and, clearly has a crush in the beginning or, that soon develops into love, she shuts him down when he's getting out of line. And I think that that's important. Just because you like somebody doesn't mean you can let them treat you badly.
Do you think that those storylines still ring true to younger people today?
You get to tackle social issues. You've got abortion, you've got race relations, you've got women's rights, like how far we've come, but how far we still have to go.
But one major difference, unlike Jennifer Grey, who acted like she didn't know a thing about dance.
I'd like to dedicate this to my grandpa.
Abigail, who showcased her offbeat dance moves in Little Miss Sunshine, was not acting.
Like, I'm not a dancer, I'm not graceful, I can't even walk in a straight line. Wow, she's so poised. Like, nobody's ever said that about me.
Did you ever consider not taking the role because of the fact that you weren't a good dancer?
Yes.
Luckily for the Scream Queen star,
Well, it's not my fault that some guy died in the 70s.
her on-screen love interest, Colt Prattes, is a pro dancer in real life, known for this sensual music video alongside Pink for her hit song, Try.
So you're coming in and having to fill some serious shoes here.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was everything because I grew up watching this. So when I found out that he had been a dancer before, I was like, wait a second. I can do this? Like, this is a real thing? I can be a dancer? And then I can also act? It changed everything.
And that iconic lift? Now it's up to Abigail and Colt to pull off.
Now it's time to learn the lift.
What lift?
It took months of training.
I would lay on the ground and I just put my arms up and she'd put her hips right here
And
then,
even just lifting my hand off of the floor, you would think that I was bungee jumping out of an airplane.
guys, like you can't fall anywhere. You're right here.
Did you ever hear from Jennifer Grey?
I actually met her a couple months later. She was like, "Hey, baby," and I was like,
Heart
Hi.
stop.
"Real baby."
In the dance studio with Colt, Johnny.
This is your space. You gotta hold this strong.
Hold the frame.
Hold your frame. Look at you.
I channel my inner baby. But of course, steer clear of the lift.
So were you happy with the way it came out?
Yeah, I mean, we had such a fun time making it. And I think, like, there's so many dark things that go on in the world. And so I think that for 3 hours to be able to watch something where you can just have fun and see dancing, I think that's kind of necessary sometimes, to just have something that makes you feel good.
For Nightline, I'm Abby Boudreau in Los Angeles.
Dirty Dancing premieres Wednesday night at 8 right here on ABC.